that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm, and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church, Saieed, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school, Saieed, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change, and thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, it's our public concerns night tonight, so get ready to call in 238-6716. We want to hear what the box train is. We want to see. I want to hear from you if you saw your councillor in the MP or the MP in your area. I mean, in a lot of parts of Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of areas, they had flood, they had rain. Did your councillor or your MP came out to see you today to find out if your house flooded, if your appliances got wet, if you had to evacuate your community? Call in tonight, 238-6716. I want to know if your councillor was in your area today. That is what I want to know. So viewers, before we start off our program tonight, I just want to highlight the persons of interest for tonight. That is what I want to do tonight. Persons of interest. Vinud. Vinud. So you decide to run and hide still? Vinud? You still decide to run and hide? I mean, your vehicle running? I tell you what, I'm giving you your time, you know. I'm giving you your time. I'm giving you your time. I'm giving you your time. You want to play, you're running and you're ducking and you're tinging and you're tinging. I'm going to tell you something, Vinud. Between you and the man, I have no idea what that man will do to you when I send my bailiff one night or one day just like that to pick up your car. I'm going to tell you something. I don't wild up myself. And when I want to go at something, I will be guided at the right time, where and when to go and pick it up. I'll let you know one time. Narissa. Same thing goes for you, honey. You have your vehicle, you refuse to bring it, not a problem. Be careful when bailiff and police come earlier, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Be careful your husband and pull you out, and I'll let you know one time. Be careful your father and them get heart attack when they hear bailiff come in your house 1 o'clock in the morning and decide to empty your house, you know. No, that's how bailiffs operate, you know. If you want to duck and hide with your vehicle and they come and empty your house. Nothing wrong with that, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Because Raquel could tell you how bailiffs operate. Raquel could tell you how bailiffs operate. She in defense force. She know how it is. She know how it is. She know any morning somebody could knock on the house in Mayaro and somebody could knock on the house in town where she's staying. And that is it. Next day you're bawling and crying. But nevertheless, let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I don't wild up myself, you know. That's one thing I do. Come on. I don't wild up myself. I will light you up on TV and light you up on TV and light you up on TV. And then I go post the car and belongings to them on TV a day. And we're done with that. It's nice and easy. They feel because I have a high ranking job now. They feel a job could do side something. Your job ain't doing me nothing. Your job is where you making money to mind yourself. That's what your job doing for you. But sadly, you like to duck and hide. So I hope the people in your workplace now realize what you're doing. By the end of this month, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago go know where you're working, who's friends, who's family, and that's how the things go. It's not a republic, they just have bailiff running. Just like that, you know. Oh, by the way, Real Talk Finance and Investment is looking for bailiff. You know a friend or a family who's a licensed bailiff? Not a problem. Let me tell you something. We have work for all here, you know. We have real work for all here, you know. Because a lot of people contact me and say, we're looking for a bailiff. We need so and so and so to be seized from so and so. No problem. So if they are licensed bailiff, some part of Trinidad and Tobago, or they're looking for work, contact me, Saeed. Probably numbers there. So viewers, remember, Real Talk Group is offering you 4% viewers. The only company in Trinidad and Tobago is offering you that. Remember, I'm also a licensed money lender. The numbers that you are seeing on screen is our office number. We are open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Viewers, call the numbers, set up an appointment, come and see us. Remember, we have Real Talk is a big, expanded company, not only in Trinidad, but of the Caribbean also. So I just want you to understand that. We also have Real Talk Executive Rental. You could rent a Porsche, you could rent a Range Rover. You know, you have an event coming up, a special event. You want a nice ride to drop you in, not a problem. You know, it is for a Porsche to drop you in an event, or a Porsche to drive you out on your wedding date. You never know, you might get me as a driver too. You never know. So viewers, I'm also a licensed money lender. I'm also a spiritual consultant. You have a spiritual problem, you can contact me also. So as we start our program tonight, viewers, 3 of the 4 recounts have been completed, and the PNM has taken the Kokie Taruba after the recount. UNC candidate Shane Samlal received 1 more vote as the opposition finished with 1,162 votes, while the PNM won the electoral district with 1,207 votes. Imagine that, eh? Meanwhile, UNC took Marbella, South Vistabella. Its candidate, Saieed Ali, received 1 less vote, as the UNC totaled 844 votes to the PNM 873 votes. Mayaro North was won by PNM with 741 votes. The PNM candidate, Ryan Stewart, received 1 less vote, while UNC candidate Christine Tadas Townsend received 2 less votes. The UNC finished with 720 votes, while the PP had 43. The EBC stated that recounts in the remaining electoral district are ongoing. So that's it, viewers. The latest update thus far. Now, moving along. Political leader of the NTA, Gary Griffith, have stated that he is not only willing to continue his partnership with the UNC, but intend to reach out to other parties to ensure citizens get the best presentation possible. Gary is looking to make a move, not only under the UNC, but reaching out to others is all well and good. All well and good. It shows that you're lengthening your arm. You just don't want to work for UNC. You want to work for other parties. You want to make yourself available for other parties. You're reaching out to them. And the only thing they could do now is reach back out to you to try and fix Trinidad and Tobago. Now, viewers, yes, it's our public concerns night tonight. It's Wednesday night. But hear this. Because of the rampant state of criminal activities in Trinidad and Tobago, to me, it seems that the security for Trinidad and Tobago, the security department, the police commissioner, so we're going to start like this. We're going to start from the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines. We're going to start with the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, our Prime Minister. We have the Commissioner of Police, Christopher Haywood. It seems as though that these 3 individuals are clueless into fixing Trinidad and Tobago, into dealing with criminal activities. Today, Westmoreland, a woman was followed from the bank to her home. From the bank to her home in the Westmoreland. That's the West. They say the upper class lives on the West. Well, to be honest, bandit now, they are in the West. They are in the West. So I want to ask you tonight. We have a lot of different shows on television. We have a lot of different security companies in Trinidad and Tobago. We have the Ministry of National Security. We have all sorts of agencies in Trinidad and Tobago. We have bandits attacking magistrates and judges, which recently took place about a month ago. And it seems as though nobody can bring a solution to the table to actually come up with ideas to solve crime in our little country with 1.4 million people. 1.4 million people. Our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, said, it don't make sense that we give out guns to everybody because we do not want to turn Trinidad and Tobago into the Wild Wild West. While our Minister of National Security is saying to us, his job is not to protect us, the citizens. Our Commissioner of Police said her performance in the first 100 days was excellent, while housebreaking, home invasion, robbery in business place was on the rise. So which department in our country is actually capable of coming up with a solution or ideas to break down the level of criminal activity in our country? Which department? This is my question tonight. This is my question tonight. Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, Commissioner of Police, we have Crime Watch on TV, we have Beyond the Tape, we have this Crime Stoppers or something like that. Crime Stoppers. You gotta tell me all these men in our country, crime this, crime that, crime the next, and you mean nobody can't come up with a solution to fix criminal activities in our country? Nobody in authority, nobody that has that power, you're going to tell me could come up with a solution or some ideas to clamp down on criminal activity in Trinidad and Tobago? Caller, good night. Let me tell you something, viewers of Real Talk. I want to hear all you tonight because I will tell you something. Crime will be knocking on your doorsteps. You there?
Good night, good night. This is the imitation vaccine vagrant.
Make it short and sweet, my friend. Short and sweet tonight.
Right. They say 7-7, right? There is a tie. But the UNC get the popular vote 40 or 1,000. So their 7 is a bigger 7. All right, let me talk about crime now. There's a lot of gunplay done in the West. I think in Scorpion Hill, somewhere in Carnage. Why don't they not get the army and the police to comb the area and see if we could flush out that? How far the barracks is from that? And that, I believe that is in the Prime Minister constituency. So why don't go down there and tell them, just how he was on a podium, telling them to put down the guns. Go and talk to his constituents and say, put down the guns. Look how a Chinese person in the leadership of the government went and dropped hematic down in the barracks. So they're listening to him. So that leadership Chinese person in the government went and dropped it where that lady has she resident, the commissioner of police, and I hope she wasn't sleeping. We waited to hear about that. I'm going to have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something now. Crime have been knocking on our door more frequent than we expected. Crime Symposium. What was the outcome of that? Taxpayers' money spent. What was the outcome of that? What was the outcome? Did anything come into effect to defend any homes in Trinidad and Tobago? Westmoreland, woman went to the bank about her business. They followed her home, ran into her house, And that's it. We all saw the video on social media. We had the video? Like a bullet. True, crime is too much. What are we doing? Those in authority, let me tell you something, they have bodyguards. What about the normal citizens that don't have bodyguards? What is going to happen with them? Crime in Port of Spain, crime on the east, crime on the west, crime in central, crime in south, right through Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something, the citizens of our country is becoming fearful more and more and more as the days go by. And we have those in authority doing what? We have Beyond the Tape, we have Crime Stoppers, we have Crime Watch, we have the Minister of National Security, we have the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago, we have the Commissioner of Police. What the hell is going on? You gotta tell me all these shows and Ministry of Security, and nobody cannot come up with an idea to solve some of the criminal activities in Trinidad and Tobago. Magistrate homes are being broken into. Judges are being robbed. Oh, my wife and my daughter could have been robbed. I could have been murdered. What the hell going on with all you? I am asking. Everybody highlighting and highlighting and highlighting, but nobody is highlighting an idea to fix crime in the country. Nobody. When is ministers going to start coming up with an idea? When crime actually knock on their door and their wife have to pay or their children have to pay, then they're going to come up with some ideas. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
To you, my friend.
You're on a topic there now. Two people stretch forward the hand. Griffith stretched forward the hand, and Ian Allen stretched forward his hand.
I'm not hearing your caller clearly.
You hear me now?
Is that my time? Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Right. You're on a topic there now. Griffith stretched forward his hand, and Ian Allen stretched forward his hand. It's just that the PM don't want to accept the olive branch.
Okay, I hear what you say clearly. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. Crime now, criminal activities have been invading now communities with neighborhood watch. This is how far it is going. This is how far. So I'm asking now, does the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago have to have an illegal gun now to defend their property? Because if we, as licensed firearm holders, have to be careful, or we could be charged for manslaughter, it's best I have an illegal firearm, and when they come in my property, I shoot you, and I get rid of the gun, and that's the end of it? One bandit less? I'm asking, because let me tell you something, tonight I'm frustrated, and I'm fed up. We ain't talking about no roads tonight, we ain't talking about no box drain tonight, I ain't talking about no flood tonight. We're talking about crime. Everybody highlighting. What the hell? All of these lighters? We just keep lighting? No, it has to have a solution. It has to have a solution. The head of the Security Council, which is the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, which is Fitzgerald Hines, the Commissioner of Police, Ola Christopher, they need to have meetings with the heads of the division in communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Keep random raids. Somebody in the community must have ideas of who is the big boy that is calling the shots on home invasions. Unless more bandit head got killed or get killed in properties, nothing wouldn't change. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Mr. Saeed, well, the government says they don't have money, they will for property tax to fight crime now.
Oi? You make him laugh,
All right, Mr. Saeed.
Thank you, my friend. No, but let me tell you something. It is becoming ridiculous. Every day you hear in some business place, groceries are being robbed rampantly in Trinidad and Tobago. Rampantly. And you can tell me, police in the community can't, oh gosh, what's going on? The police not the drug pusher. Am I correct? They know the drug pusher. Okay, listen this. You want the drug pusher good. You don't want to lock up the drug pusher. Well, talk with the bloody hell drug pusher. Let the drug pusher talk with whoever it is to find out who committing the robberies. Who is committing the robberies? Who is in charge? A bandit cannot live in thin air, you know. The bandit has to live in a community. And that's the sad thing about it. They're living in a community. And a short talk will talk. I am definitely sure talk will talk. So who's going to fix it for us? We have to pray for look at the robbery there? Run the robbery. Audio. Yeah, audio? Look at the robbery took place today. Do you think it right? Woman just come from the bank. Husband working hard, wife working hard, children working hard. Mom's going to the bank to pull out the money. Bandit run in. Bandit run in. So who now? Something in place to send a message to criminals in Trinidad and Tobago that we're not taking that. So I had to ask myself now, what is the purpose of the Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago, the present one? I'm asking you, 100 days past in office, what result did you get in the 100 days? What result? I want to hear. Come back to me. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night. I'm calling from Canada.
Welcome, Canada.
Okay? I'm calling from Ontario, Toronto. Okay? And I'm watching your program, and I'm getting so upset. But the people of Trinidad and Tobago love it like that. Why get upset, Mr. Ali?
Because it is knocking on my door. That is why. Thank you, my dear. It is knocking in Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because my children have to walk. My children have to go from store to store. My children have to walk on the road in the malls. My children have to go KFC. And crime is knocking on our country where the Minister of National Security doesn't give a fly of what is taking place in our country. The Commissioner of Police, when last year, this 60-year-old woman came up with an idea to fix it. 60 years old. 60 years old, and they select her as the Commissioner of Police. Could she go on a raid? I'm asking. I am asking, could she go on a raid with a team? No. You ought to sit at home in a chair. Let me tell you something. Hey, yo. Keep in mind as a Muslim, you know. Keep that in mind. You see, robberies, we don't take on them kind of thing. We don't take on them kind of thing. It's something I hate with a passion. All these individuals in Trinidad and Tobago, and nobody had come up with a solution. Let me tell you something in Trinidad and Tobago. When I pushed for the criminalization of marijuana, I got it. When I pushed for pepper spray, I got it. When I pushed for the child sex offender registry, I got it. When I pushed for child sex offender registry and let their names go public, I got it. One man, me. One man, I Saieed, right here on Real Talk, got it. We have all these set of fellas that in position. And what are they doing? What are they doing? What you all do? Absolutely nothing. Everybody making money, putting it in a pocket and dies it. When somebody knock on your door, wife get raped, daughter get raped, children taken advantage of, somebody get kidnapped, then all would realize crime on all your door. So what do you all intend to do now? All these big hierarchies, magistrates, judges, all ever hear lawyers get robbed in Trinidad and Tobago? Hey, it's just I want to call name. All ever hear lawyers get robbed? Because I know for a good few that ended up right in my office. Right in my office. So what we plan to do about it? If I say now to the Attorney General, which we haven't seen in a long time, right? If I demand of him increased penalties for home invasion, if I ask the Commissioner of Police, together with the Minister of National Security, talk to your officers in the community, keep random raids, what are you going to do? Are you going to get Oreo biscuit and dip it in milk and watch all the TV? That's what I asked the other day. How many ministers are here? Bandit break out into them home. How many ministers? You know why? You know why? Because they have bodyguards 24/0. The businessman don't have a bodyguard. The man who working 50 years to pay a $3,000 loan a month for his property, the man no bodyguard. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Should we extend the contract of the Commissioner of Police?
But I feel you should burn that paper, yes, to be honest with you. Thank you so much. 60 years old, you don't retire from police. Your brain done ready to close down. Crime on the rampant. Home invasion on the rampant. Business place getting robbed left, right, and center, day and night. Them have bodyguard walking around like some beauty queen. Fitzgerald Hines is the best male in Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister, he have the most shiniest bald head in the country. And what we go do? We just rocking back and let everything go as it going. Everything going as it going. Groceries being robbed, jewel store being robbed, pharmacies being robbed, taxi drivers being robbed, doubles man being robbed, home invasion on the rampant. And we okay. We okay. Everybody highlighting and highlighting and highlighting, and we okay. We okay. Alexander is what? Inspector? Or assistant? Assistant. I believe he's an ASP. Alexander on STV6, Beyond the Tape. ASP. What you and the boys and them doing to cripple the crime in Trinidad and Tobago? What? All these police have a big title. But the thing is, what about your brain? Is your brain functioning to come up with an idea to fix it? Huh? We have Crime Stoppers. These men are coming up with ideas to fix the crime in Trinidad and Tobago, or everybody just talking and talking and blah, 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 while robberies, rape, murder, kidnapping taking place on a daily basis. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Mr. Saeed, good night.
Good night, good night.
I've been listening to your program all along. But what I have to say to you, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Right. Without a vision, the people will perish.
Thank you for saying
and
that.
And this government do not have a vision about nothing. So day by day we will perish. God alone has to help us now. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for your contribution. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. It is too much. It is too much. Everybody in authority highlighting and highlighting and highlighting, and nobody ain't demanding. Nobody. The Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago, well, we haven't heard of him for a long time. The Commissioner, but we ain't even seen her. We don't know what plan she's coming out with for the next 3 months. We're not hearing that. We're not seeing Fitzgerald Hines. We're not hearing from the Minister of the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago, which is our Prime Minister. We're not hearing nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Oh, it's about time to highlight my 3 good friends. My 3 good roadrunner friends. Vinod Dipchan. Hey, them is roadrunners, you know. I'll ever watch this movie where they have, it's a cartoon, I believe it was a rooster or something, it's a roadrunner. Beep, beep. I'll ever watch that? Vinod is a roadrunner. Hey, let me tell you something. Come back to me, the director. Vinod, if you think I'm afraid to continue this, you're lying. I don't have to pay for this. That's one good thing. I don't have to pay for it. I will continue highlighting and highlighting and highlighting until you come by me. Until your parents them realize the shame, but they can't take it again. Come by me. Narissa, darling, I will continue highlighting this until the nerves in your head can't take it again. Until the nerves in your head can't take it again. I'm telling you, I don't have to pay for this, you know. I don't have to pay for this. This is a lesson for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. When you owe me money, these are the consequences you're going through. Raquel Sozano. Darling, I will continue highlighting this until your body starts trembling. Until your body starts trembling and you can't take it again. These ads running free on my program, you know, because it's my program. It's my program. I ain't paid nobody for this. I ain't had to beg for no sponsors. You know? I don't have to do that. But it's one thing I know in this country. Now, when I decide to put on my foot and I start demanding something, bet your last dollar it coming to pass. So I want to hear what the Fitzgerald Hines have to say. I want to hear what the Commissioner of Police have to say. Because the last time I asked the Commissioner of Police, just a couple of days back, did you all stop releasing firearms? The businessmen who have application, the very next day they put out a bulletin. The very next day. So now I'm asking the Commissioner of Police, together with the Minister of National Security, what are you going to do concerning the excessive criminal activity in our country? What is your plan? I want to hear what is your plan. Because I could give you a lot of ideas, you know. I'm into security and intelligence, you know. That's part of my field, that's part of my background, that's part of my company. And I just don't laze with citizens, with people in Trinidad, you know. I've been telling you this before I come on television. Me doing spiritual work. Businessmen, ministers on outside countries used to reach out to me, you know. You see what I say? We boy just go down like it, oh? And one thing I know how to do is afraid to talk, you know. That's one thing. Because my job in this country is a spiritual consultant. And I go tell you something. When I put on my foot, I Saieed, just get what I want. Trust me. You see, in the forest, being for my A3, I got 11 legislation amendments passed with Trinidad and Tobago. 11! You all are witness of it. When they say, Saieed, you can't do it, I assure you I got it. But let me tell you something. The criminal activity in Trinidad and Tobago, it's ridiculous. It's sickening. Caller, good night. Hello.
Hello. Good night.
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
You stick your guy and click one time.
Yeah.
Once you stick your guy and you click. Trinidad and Tobago, we need a solution. Because if the Prime Minister cannot bring one, the Minister of National Security cannot bring one, if the Commissioner cannot bring one, who's going to bring it? Me? Saeed? Let me tell you something. I will bring it to you willfully and gladly. And gladly. Now, all you might like some of the laws or the amendment and legislation, I will push for you. Believe me. All you go like it. Caller, good night.
Hi. Hi. Yes, I just wanted to inform the public that you can do something. They have to get onto something that's called a flamethrower. You should go on YouTube and you search it. Yeah. And Diwali coming up, they could weaponize the fireworks too. You have to protect yourself because
Correct.
Right. So the police or the Prime Minister is on the side of the criminals, so we have to protect ourselves. What sense if somebody kill you, and then they even though they find the criminal afterwards, you dead and gone.
But it's always say the police have license to kill, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller. I just always say the police have license to kill, you know. I'm not defending nobody, you know. The truth is the truth, you know. If you put 10 cents on a table, you can't see 25 cents. You will see 10 cents. And according to some seniors in TDPS, they say protect your property at all costs. At all costs. So when the Prime Minister they say, oh, if you have a situation with a man, you could bring him in your property and you could deal with him. Hey, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. When a man's property has been invaded, let me tell you something, it's a different kind of rage, you know. It's a different kind of fear, you know. I want you to understand that. They would come out and explain it to you. But I will tell you as it is. It's a different fear. It's a different rage. It's a different battle. Caller, good night.
Yes, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes, I called in to just highlight something here. Earlier this week I was robbed. A bandit come in my property.
How long ago?
We have him on camera. I call the police. They come as usual. They do the first thing. They come as quick as possible within half an hour time. But they didn't make any inquiry or anything. They just come and do a little surveillance and the thing. I have everything on camera. There comes to say the next day they come to do any fingerprint or nothing. And this is the third time in within a year. I was they come in my place. They didn't get to rob me.
Okay. Thank God for that.
So, yes, and the next time I might be so lucky. But I highlighted how shoddy this security system is in Trinidad. And there's only one kind of people doing the robbery, and there's one kind of people getting robbed.
No. I ain't going down that road. You see that road? I ain't going down. Everybody feeling the pinch of criminal activities in Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody feeling the pinch of home invasion. Everybody feeling the pinch of robbery. The businessmen in the business community feeling it. They're feeling it. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Saeed, you asked a question about why they can't take decisions and come to agreement to do certain things, right? You have to understand, under the PNN, you have to have 3 qualifications. The first one is a party card. The second one is to say yes to the dictator, and the third to be a total dunce. That is why we can't have no educated people to make decisions and come up with ideas and solutions. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now, I will tell you this, Whether you're wearing a blue jersey, whether you're wearing a red jersey, whether you're wearing a yellow jersey, whether you're wearing a green jersey or a black jersey, at the end of the day, you feel the pinch of the bad road in the country. You feel the pinch when prices go up in the supermarket. You feel the pinch when you go to the gas station. You feel the pinch when criminals come into your house and they take everything you have. It doesn't matter what color jersey you're wearing and who you're supporting. And this is what I was trying to explain to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You vote a party, no problem, you know. Nothing wrong with that. But make sure your party work for you. Make sure your party work for you. And this is the problem what we have in. Caller, good night. Hello?
Yes, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live, my friend.
Saeed, I want to ask something, right? When last, I know the crime scene high, police crime commission, police changing, police doing the work, so much a program highlighting about this crime situation. But when last, you know how this crime situation will solve? Is when. You hear me, Saeed?
I listen to you, go ahead.
Right. Is when, if some police going in a raid or a roadblock, and have a shootout against police and the people, right? And any police officer die on that scene, is then crime will start to solve. Otherwise, it will never solve. Anytime, and that's a criminal real smart. How we not have we don't want police to die any job. But I was saying, if they make that mistake that day, that's the only way crime will solve. Thank you, Saeed. Have a good night.
Thank you, my friend. You see, we need solution to fix it. We need solution to fix it. How many of you could call in to Real Talk and tell me when last it had a raid in your community? When last the drug man get locked up? When last a rapist get locked up? When last a bandit get locked up in your community? When last? And home invasion are increasing by numbers. Gangs are joining together from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're just there invading people's home. They invaded people's home. You don't care, I don't care. You jump my fence, I deal with you. So when you hear the Prime Minister talk, and you hear the Minister of National Security talk, and you hear Kamala talk, and you hear everybody talk, let me tell you something. When they jump your fence, it's you to pay for it. You to pay for it. And this is the sad part about it. Because the pain and the agony is not with your neighbor, you know. It is with you. It is with you. You know, lawyers and magistrates quick to say you're inciting violence. Let me tell you something. Magistrates and judges' homes are being invaded now. Lawyers are being robbed. Doctors are being robbed. Business people are being robbed. The lower class of citizens in Trinidad and Tobago now, they are being targeted. They are being abused in their own home, beat up, boss head, break hand, ended up in the hospital. What is the solution for that now? What is the solution for that? Can somebody tell me? I tell you tonight, I'm on a rampage tonight, you know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Because when a bandit break into your home, or steal your vehicle, or rape your daughter, let me tell you something, counselor responsible? He didn't know, he didn't know what to do. The MP, well, you don't see them. You don't see them. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes, I'm a first-time caller, and I just have to turn on my television. What you're saying is I agree with you 100%, because I live in the East, right? And the kind of nonsense that's going on right now in my community, right? You have people taking over people's houses, right? And you know, people are being intimidated by a certain group of people, and everybody's afraid to even call the police.
Do you see?
You know?
And this is happening in your community.
Troubling, you know, so I agree with you 100% in what you're saying.
Thank you, my dear.
Right.
You see? You see? Call in and highlight things in your community. Light up the police station in the community. Look, last night a guy called in the program. Calling Sandy Grande Sandy Grande or Arima. One of them stations. And the police tell him, oh, you had to come in. They would have killed the man now. The dead man would have been walking to go in the station. police and all fearful. Imagine that. The criminal elements in Trinidad and Tobago so powerful and kicking back. Even the police officers are all afraid. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Good night, go right ahead.
Yes, they could open the army and the people and lay on the army in the country.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. We need a solution very, very soon, you know. Very, very soon, you know. You have a call? Very, very soon we need a solution, you know. Because just now I'm telling you, there are ministers in our country just now go fly out for safety, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. When I hear birds start to whistle, and I hear the clouds change direction, know there's a storm coming. Me asking all you, I'm telling all you. Ministers go start flying out just now because of fear, you know. Because of fear. You know why? Because the criminal elements in Trinidad and Tobago, they are kicking back. And they get to realize now that Fitzgerald Hines sleeping, Prime Minister only looking for power. The Commissioner of Police, 60 years, she bring a shutdown just now. You understand? She can't come up with an idea. Just imagine to fix her own TGPS. Imagine that. Imagine that. She come up with a crime plan and it failed. It failed. And all you want to tell me, Saeed, hush your mouth and say quiet? No. No. I ain't hushing my mouth. I am a victim of crime. My son is a victim of crime. And if I had no way in Trinidad and Tobago, Saeed gonna shut his mouth. Is it that you back up? With the portfolio you're holding? Or you fly out at Trinidad? Because I'm going to tell you something. Hey, viewers, the clouds turning, you know. The birds and them whistling, you know. Doodly 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 doo doo doo. Telling all of the birds whistling. They go have ministers flying out at Trinidad because I fear just now. Take what I'm telling all you. You know, every time I tell all you something, all of see it happening. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead. Ooh, there's a fine voice, boy.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know you're doing a good job. I know the time is short, but you asked a question. When last we saw a raid in a village or a town or something, how can there be a raid when the police is alerting these drug lords on them?
Mm-hmm.
So we can never have a raid because by the time police come, everybody clear out. And that has been happening.
Because Tom, Colin, Harry.
Exactly.
Thank you, darling.
So you have a good night.
Thank you so much. Tom, Colin, Harry. So nobody can get locked up. But what I want to ask Tom is that when Tom get an unexpected visit and his wife get raped and his daughter get raped and they make an attempt behind kidnapping behind Tom now, you think Tom gonna call Harry? Huh? You think Tom gonna call Harry? Because Harry self might set up his friends to come against Tom. Hey, I tell you, we have all kind of shows in Trinidad. We have all kind of people in power. Do they care about you really? Do they care about you? Everybody highlighting and nobody coming up with a solution. Absolutely nobody. From the Prime Minister down to the man on the streets. You know what this country need? Remember when Andrea Barrett, Trinidad and Tobago marched the streets? That's what this country need. You know who's supposed to be pushing that movement? The trade union heads. How often do you hear trade union head? If the trade union heads, I believe there's 4 trade union heads in this country. If these 4 heads come together and decide to push one head for TTPS or the Minister of National Security to come up with a quick plan to melt down crime in Trinidad and Tobago or criminal element. Let me tell you something. Trinidad could be on the uprise of something so beautiful. But one fighting for oil, and one fighting for gas, and the next one fighting for water. You think they'll come together? If they vex, you know, they can't do me nothing. They can't touch me, how did I say it? You can't touch me with a January or a 10th of January or something like that. Come good. Because we have some movements in Trinidad and Tobago, they just have name. And that's all they have. 4 union heads in Trinidad and Tobago. If we come together and decide to keep a march or a crime wave in Trinidad and Tobago, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? But no. But no. Call a good night.
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live.
Hey, I'm from Florida.
Florida, welcome Florida. Yes.
Yeah. The police in Canada, they just don't do nothing because I used to live in Belmont and all them police that live in Belmont used to be hanging out with us, lying on the block and all kind of thing, and everybody know what's going on. So I don't know how come that our police don't know what's going on.
I understand.
Wrong.
I understand.
Nobody want to do anything about it. Thank you.
Thank you, my friends. Now I'm going to tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. The police in your community, is responsible for the safety of the community. I'm letting all you know. Saieed, I'm letting you know that the police in the community is responsible for the safety in the community. Call a good night. Hello?
Hello.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Good night, Saeed. Good show, usual.
Thank you, my friend.
Saeed, something might change, you know. The chairman of the NIB wife got robbed today.
That is what I'm saying about the West. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's see what pans out.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay.
We need a solution. We can't just continue Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We just can't continue like that. We can't. And nobody ain't saying nothing. Prime Minister don't want to call Trinidad and Tobago to be in a wild, wild west, while other countries giving out guns, licensed firearm. Minister of National Security said, it's not my job to keep you safe, so who the hell job is it? Whose job is it? You know what I love about Saieed Ali? My hospital, and my hospital, and my hospital. And yet the hospital, you can't get proper service. Call her good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Right, I love your program, Mr. Saeed. It is very informative.
Thank you.
I must say. So I will go right into 3 things I observed, right, about the national security apparatus. 1, when Mr. Gary Griffith was in power as the Commissioner of Police, I remembered whenever I drive in the night, I always had a roadblock in many places.
Yes, many areas.
Right? So I am saying that I am driving on the streets in the night and you're not seeing no police, no sort of vehicle, no way.
It stopped.
So where's the police?
Correct.
1. 2, it have a situation going on now where I saw it had a topic came up in the media where white criminals in the prison have access to cell phone to call shots on people out there, like citizens. How is this? We are citizens, we paying tax to get a jammer or grabber or whatever it may be. And there are people in prison for doing heinous crimes. have access to calling shots on people still.
Correct.
Why is that happening?
I understand.
You understand?
Yes.
And last but not least, what it is so bad that what Gary did for this country when he was the commissioner of police, what did he did so bad that we had to get rid of him?
Correct.
And he was doing an excellent job. These are my 3 contributions. Have a good night.
Thank you, my friend, so much. Exactly what was done so bad that the Prime Minister had to get in? What did the former Commissioner of Police do, as the caller said, did so bad that it upset the Prime Minister? It caused the former president to pull back the merit list. What caused that? Now the Prime Minister don't have a solution for crime. Minister of National Security, well, he's more worse. He's a prince. Dressing up nice, going in Parliament. And that is it. Commissioner of Police, 60 years old. Well, I don't know how she memory working, you know. Because at 55, 60, you tend to forget, you know. You tend to forget. So I don't know if because she forgot strategies that she couldn't bring it to the first 100 days she was in office. So the success she talked about, I just have a feeling because she forget things and she was successful in forgetting. I will tell her something. Nobody pays my rent, my airtime to Synergy. Nobody. So I could demand what I want. You know why? I stand for the citizen. I am in nobody's pocket. Nobody's. I don't have to apologize to anybody when I say something on national television. There's one thing I could say about Saieed. I don't have to apologize. I don't have to retract. I don't have to say I'm sorry. No. What you're getting is real talk. That is what you're getting. Who you're getting it from? Saieed. A man who does do spiritual work. A man who is not fearful of anything. So what is the problem with the hierarchies and them now in coming up with a solution to have the criminal elements in Trinidad and Tobago trembling as one man did? What? What are they going to do? I'm still waiting to hear. Tonight is not about party. Tonight is not about race. Tonight is not about the hair on your head or the color of your skin. Tonight is about the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what tonight is about on Real Talk with Saieed. Because I could tell you something. Whether you're UNC, whether you're PEP, whether you're PEP, whether you're PDP, whether you're PNM, whether you're what. When crime hit your area, it didn't hit the party you vote for. And that I want to let you know. That is what I want to let you know. So viewers, you need to check up on all yourself. That is what all you need to do. Check up on all yourself. So just before we close off, Vinod, you know, I promised myself to run the picture 3 times on TV now. Every day, 3 times for a month. Trying to make it go now. Vinod, run but you can't hide. Then they say the longest rope have an end. Narissa, same thing goes for you. Run but you can't hide. Let me tell you something, you start suffering with a heart problem just now, you know. The amount of time I put it on TV, and the amount of people will be calling you already, but they'll continue calling you until they get fed up. Raquel, I tell you, when your body starts trembling just now with fear on you. I really don't know what to do, you know. Serious. Everybody run but you can't hide, but one of these days, the good Lord, with the appointed time, I will just pick up them 3 vehicles. So viewers, you're out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, you know, we just converted our program tonight, but say what? Until we meet again, I am Saieed. You have your Real Talk with Saieed Ali.